I don't care what your USDA hardiness map says, there are things that you should be planting right now in late March. We're gonna talk about that on today's video. Yeah, ducks.
Sassy must be laying again.
Jumbo. That's a big egg. If you're a gardener or a small farmer or homesteader, this time of year, always you get kind of the itch to start doing things. And conventional wisdom, at least in 5A, where we are, zone 5A, it says don't do that. You can maybe start your seedlings inside now for your tomatoes, your squash, things like that. But I kind of buck traditional wisdom and plant anyway. See, here's the way I look at it. This time of year, you're gonna be out here prepping your beds anyway. If you till, you're gonna be tilling. If you do kind of like a modified no-till, kind of like we're doing now, which really we just break up the surface. It's more of almost like akin to broad forking it than tilling it. But if you're gonna be out here working anyway, you might as well take a chance and throw some seeds in the ground. You see, today the temperature is like 45 degrees. Our ground is mostly thawed. And though tomorrow it's supposed to get down into 20s?
Yes.
And even though tomorrow it's supposed to get down into the 20s, you might as well, oh, it's windy. Hi, Finn. Even though it's supposed to get down to the 20s tomorrow, I have the mentality that seeds are relatively inexpensive, and there are cold hardy crops that you can put in the ground right now. And if you catch a window where you can get those crops grown and harvested without a frost coming through, a heavy frost after they germinate, you've got an early harvest in your garden already that can put some food on your table a little bit quicker. A lot of your brassicas are really good for this. A lot of your root vegetables are really good for this. Depending on your particular zone, that's going to be where your choices kind of are made for this sort of thing. For us, we're going to go with 2 types of radish, a cherry and a scarlet globe. We're going to throw some broccoli in the ground. And we're going to throw some carrots in the ground. Carrots tend to be pretty cold hardy. You can usually leave them in the ground through the winter. They're not necessarily as cold hardy early season, but again, if we can get these going and get them a good start and we don't catch frost, cool. If we do catch a frost and they die, I mean, this packet of seeds was $1.78. It's not the end of the world. So that's what we're gonna do. You wanna make another little trench like right here?
Yeah.
Right, you make that one. Yep. Okay, now these, you're gonna put one every little bit. Okay, so you're gonna put one. Yep. Now, it's important to remember, every single one of these seed packets,
This is mine.
go in your trench. It says not to plant these until after last frost, which for us is May 15th, almost a month and a half away.
What did you guys plant it already?
Couple things to point out. If you are going to do this, you want to pay attention to. 1, keep an eye on the time to harvest of the crops that you're putting in. Carrots are a little bit longer, broccoli is a little bit longer. The radishes in the middle, they're like 20, 25 days. So those will actually go really quick once they germinate. But the carrots and the broccoli do take a little bit longer. That's okay, those are great to stagger harvest. In another couple weeks, we can plant another round of broccoli and another round of broccoli. And that will give us a multiple staggered harvest of broccoli. We can pull some broccoli and eat it, and then pull some more broccoli a little bit later and eat it then, instead of having it all come at once. Carrots, on the other hand, they can store well. Honestly, I'm just doing the carrots to give them a shot and see how they do, because I never have luck with carrots. Second thing to be mindful of when you're doing this is that you don't want to overload your garden. You want to pay attention to what space you have and use that space effectively. You can see behind me, we've got 8 raised beds back there, and we only planted in 1 of them. And the reason for that is that in the coming weeks, we're going to want to plant other stuff. We want to make sure we have room for the other things that we want to plant in our garden, and they're not all hogged with stuff that we decided to plant early. Obviously, if the stuff in this bed right here dies, it's not the end of the world. We can just plant more stuff in there. But if it does survive and it goes long, you don't want to be stuck with a whole bunch of garden beds that are already filled and you can't plant anything once the weather actually gets nice. We've already got overwintering crops in this garden. You can see the 2 small raised beds in the back with straw on them. One is our garlic and one is our strawberry patch. So as it is, we already only are down to 6 raised beds back here. So using all of this space to the best of our ability and super effectively is really important to us. That's gonna do it for today, folks. If you like this video and you wanna see more of what we've got going on our homestead and small farm here in southwestern New Hampshire, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. As always, thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.